Hey everyone, Lewis aka Spider-Man 1991 here, continuing my issue-by-issue review of the final story arc on the comic book known as Invincible. The arc is known as The End of All Things. We are on part 10 with issue number 142. Now I'm going to give you a short summary about what happens, then I'm going to talk about what I liked about it. With Mark the new era for the Viltrumite Empire, Robot gets the Viltrumites to turn against him by threatening their children, who he's held hostage a few issues ago. Now Mark then seeks out the former superhero known as the Immortal and other Earth heroes to help them with one final assault against Robot. While Mark's recruiting the heroes of Earth, Eve recruits Saul and the rest of Thrag's children to join their forces as well. Mark then gets the Viltrumites to turn against Robot, but before he gets Robot alone with him in space. While in space, Robot goads Mark by going over how impossible his decision is. That despite all the things Robot did, he did make Earth a better place. Mark admits that Robot did do some good things, but Robot's desire to control everything is where he went too far. Ultimately, though, their discussion ends with Mark punching Robot right through his chest. After the battle is over, Mark has Robot's brain hooked up to a computer where Robot can still deliver his ideas, but they're still filtered by the Immortal. He's taken over as the new leader of whatever the hell Robot was in charge of. The issue then ends with the Viltrumites reunited with their children, and Eve introduces Mark to Anissa's husband and their daughter, and Mark's son from Anissa, Marky. And that's where the issue ends. What did I think about this issue? This issue was very good. It did a good job wrapping up the whole Robot arc in one issue. In fact, I even like how they put on the issue the banner. It says Robot War Part 1 of 1. I figured that is a funny way, sort of like a funny little joke about how comic books nowadays for like Marvel and DC, whenever there's a big event, there's always that banner on there that says Civil War 2 or Dark Knight's Metal. You know, this is just like a funny jab at that which was nice. And it's one of the things that Invincible is known for, is always taking jabs at tropes from other superhero comics. Taking down Robot was definitely a complicated situation. The main problem wasn't just Robot's intelligence, it was that he was right about it. His solutions were pretty much right for solving problems. But of course him wanting to be in control of everything and then turning into a dictator is basically where, you know, where he went wrong. And this issue, Mark thought of a better solution that would still keep Robot's mind to come up with solutions to problems, but there'd still be someone there who was good that could still, like, say, like, you know, we can do this and this, but not control everyone in order to do it. And I liked how Robot did bring up that he still did a good thing. I did like how Mark was once again in the situation where a bad person was doing good things. It kind of goes back to another character that was Invincible, Dinosaurus, who was a brilliant Tyrannosaurus Rex creature, and he did have a number of good ideas. Unfortunately, he pretty much didn't care about how many humans were he had to kill in order to get them to work, and eventually Mark worked with him in order to reduce the number of casualties, but eventually Dinosaurus became too much and Mark ultimately ended his life. Thankfully, things didn't go this way with Robot. In this way, Mark was able to stop Rex from being in control, but still keep Rex's brain alive, just to make sure that we could still come up with solutions that would help the people and the planet Earth as well. Also, I really love the cliffhanger of this issue where Mark finally gets to meet his son from Anissa. Now, Anissa was one of the pure-blooded Viltrumites left who decided to remain on Earth and repopulate with humans in order to help build up their race again. But Anissa didn't at first want to mate with humans, and she eventually forced herself on Mark. And a number of issues ago, we found out that Anissa's actions resulted in her bearing Mark's son, which nobody from Mark's family knew about until a few issues ago when Anissa died and she told Eve that she had Mark's son, and now Eve pretty much has to tell Mark that, you know, you and Anissa have a son and this is him. So we're definitely going to be dealing with that next issue. I am super excited to see where that's going to go. Right now it looks like all of the big bads have been taken care of for Invincible. Thrag was ended 2 issues ago. Well, 3 issues ago, and Robot's now out. So all of the big supervillain stuff that would be for the finale have been taken care of, which is great. I think from this point forward, it's going to focus on how Mark's going to handle having the son he didn't know about, and what he's going to do next now that he's basically the ruler of the Viltrumites. I think the next 2 issues are definitely going to be more character focused, which will be nice. Invincible is not a traditional superhero traditional comic, and that is great. It's its own thing, and it's fantastic. It's one of the best comics I've ever read. We've only got 2 issues left. I am super excited to read them. I am so glad that they are ending this series on a high note. So that's it for my review of Invincible number 142. Thank you again for watching. Remember to stay subscribed and notified to know what's happening on my channel. Also follow my social media. Links are in the description below. If you want to take a look at what I thought about the other 9 parts of the story arc, I do have a playlist of the Invincible of all the videos, so you can check that out. Thank you again for watching. I'm Spider-Man 1991, saying see you later.